An inspirational and emotionally touching story from Nike and LeBron James. Cerebral palsy affects many people in this country, not just this country, worldwide as well. One of the major issues with that is control over motor functions that we really do every day take for granted. And this also is going to affect stroke victims as well. Basically, what Nike is doing is they created a shoe that you don't need to tie to wear. So for everyday life, you'll see in the video we're about to show you that you can remove a strap. It's not like in the immediate thought is like, oh, like the Velcro shoes that you strap on. No, they're much, much cooler. And the signature release for it is one of LeBron James' sneakers, the Nike Zoom Soldier 8. I'd wear these. Anybody would wear these.
I like the name, Soldier 8. I like
Zoom Soldier.
Zoom Soldier 8.
Yeah.
But with Soldier attached to it, it makes you feel like this is for a purpose. You know what I mean? For these people who are soldiers every day, who have to overcome such difficulty in their life. And for people like LeBron James to stand by something like this, fantastic.
It truly is. Let's take a look at that video.
The idea of a shoe for an easier entry and exit came to me from Mark Parker when he received a call from our first employee, Jeff Johnson, who unfortunately had a stroke. His left side was pretty functional, his right side was pretty non-functional. Mark called me up and said, hey, Toby, we need to help him. I started thinking about doors on a hinge. When you open it, it's literally like a hinge door, and then literally you just close the door. Jeff, pretty much almost in the next breath, he said, hey, this isn't just about me. This is about all the other parts of the population that could truly benefit. That's what launched us into how can we do this beyond doing it just for Jeff. There was this letter that was put on the social media addressed specifically to Mark Parker.
Dear Mr. Parker, my name is Matthew Waltzer. I am a high school student and will be a junior at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
Matthew in his letter said, you know, in a couple years, Mr. Parker, I'm going to be going to college, and I really don't want to have my parents there to tie my shoes for me.
Cerebral palsy stiffens the muscles in the body. As a result, I have flexibility in only one of my hands, which makes it impossible for me to tie my shoes. Bill Bowerman said it best, if you have a body, you are an athlete.
I mean, he understood why we do and what we do, but he was just asking.
I wanted to say, look, this is a real issue. These are daily challenges that millions of disabled people face. You know,
Matthew was looking really for a basketball style. He really loved basketball. He loved LeBron James. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna take this zipper in the back so that this could literally just peel open. The main thing was about him getting in the shoes, adjusting the shoes, closing the shoes, and then be able to get out of those shoes all by himself. And we gave it to him.
I'll never forget that night, taking them out of the box and putting them on. I just felt this wave of independence that I never got to experience before.
So we've been working with Matthew from September 2012. He's right up there with some of the best. I can't say it's really any different than what I've done with a Tiger Woods or a Maria Sharapova or a Michael Johnson. You know, apart from the fact that we're thousands of miles apart, I'm still getting the same kind of information. It's been a great back and forth, but what I knew I was gonna need to get to was the fact that I was gonna need to see him in the shoes. What's gonna be released to the public in the Zoom Soldier 8 Fly Ease. Fly Ease is a cutting-edge wraparound zipper system that makes getting into a shoe much easier for those who have trouble with their hands.
He inspired us at Nike to be able to bring something special for the masses.
So we wanted to present you the very, very first pair of those before anybody else.
I think it's an unbelievable story, and I'm very honored and very blessed that my shoe is part of the whole project. The inspiration that he gave us is gonna last for a lifetime.
Wants to meet you?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my.
What's going on,
What's
buddy?
up?
How you doing?
Good, good.
Oh, you can stay right there, man.
Good.
You can stay right there.
At some point, some people become less able sooner than others.
Oh, thank you, LeBron.
No, you're awesome, man.
But eventually we all become less able. Because again, it's not just about stroke victims. It's not just about cerebral palsy. It's about all of it. And thus the Fly-Ease technology.
Shoes are awesome. The
Unbelievable.
kid's dream. This one's touching.
Yeah, it does.
Touching moment. My dream is to go to college and my choice without having to worry about someone coming to tie my shoes every day. We take for granted so damn much for what we have that even something as little as tying his shoes, that's what makes his dream come true.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet LeBron James too, also.
Yeah, of course. And the thing about this is that even with certain deficiencies in this world, that people, they want to be seen as normal more than anything. They want to be treated as normal, and they want to have the same abilities to basically in just small things like clothing that we do. So this actually goes back to a clip that we talked about on Styleog, and we had in someone who represented amputee victims and how it would be harder for them to find clothing to fit, but she created and generated small things like magnetic buttons on shirts, which for people who have lost a thumb, like small things like that. And with things that are maybe a larger issue like cerebral palsy, he said it himself, he just wants to be able to wear shoes that that he can, one, stand out in, because those are fucking awesome shoes.
Right.
They're so nice. And feel comfortable and be able to do things himself. And you said it yourself, it is touching. Every once in a while, we do all these fun stories, we have a laugh, but you just got to sit and watch stuff like that and just be like, people are awesome. And you pay homage. And I think LeBron James is a huge advocate for things like this. This isn't the first time that he stood for a very good organization. And the guy's got a big heart. As much as many people say about the cocky side to him, whatever, he's got a very big heart.
I do love how, I think it's Toby Hatfield was the guy that was speaking throughout that video. I thought it was cool when he mentioned, he's like, it's no different than working with a Tiger Woods or a Maria Sharapova or a Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
They're still designing a shoe for a specific fit, whether you're an athlete or whether you're a normal person or whether, unfortunately, you're born with a disability.
Yeah.
So that's what I found special about this one, because that kid who has cerebral palsy, Waltzer's going to wear those shoes, but I'm safely going to go out there and say anybody who sees those and likes basketball shoes is going to want a pair of their own. Yeah. Regardless if you have a disability or not.
And regardless of his disability, what's he going to feel like when he's wearing those? He's going to feel like
confidence. The same as so you said you get your confidence from how you dress.
Exactly. I'm no different from him. I look for ties and bow ties.
Yeah, you haven't met LeBron James.
Yeah, I haven't met LeBron James. That's one of the things that he definitely has on me, and I'd love to meet him. But he deserves to meet him. An inspiring character. But the same thing. It's an outfit. It's a choice. It's something that you put on to make you feel like you can accomplish whatever you want to do in that day. And he said it himself. Of the quote that everyone knows so well is that if you have a body, you're an athlete. But that doesn't mean that he needs to go out and perform athletic movements. He can focus his mind and things that he can control well on what he wants to tackle that day. And if those shoes help inspire him to do it, then so be it. And we stand by it. And it's awesome to see them look so well as well, because there's the discrepancy that if you have shoes that are fitted for certain disabilities or anything else, they don't look as aesthetically pleasing as everything else. But those shoes are awesome.
Agreed. There it is. What do you guys think? We let the video do most of the talking for us in this one. But what do you think of the touching story about Matthew Waltzer and the Nike Fly-Lease? Or that's the technology they're using, but the shoe will be called the Zoom Soldier 8 Fly-Lease technology. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to TYT Sports. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the fun social media outlets.